Thank you, Bob. A children's toy maker is paying more than $1 million for importing and selling toys that contain too much lead. According to the agreement, the company RC2 will pay $1.2 million.
What's that? My first train. I am sorry for you, but at least you're happy every day, Mr. Super and Train. Or is it JD Bubble? I can't tell. Sir, you have a strange, fidget spinner looking face that offends me, quite frankly. Is this like a failed Star Wars droid? Happy trap. Where? To the hospital after I get lead poisoning from eating that little cow? Maybe it's happened. These are the fakes that worry me because a little kid would almost certainly see these and be like, oh my god, it's Streamlined Emily. And suddenly they find themselves with a toy that could potentially be dangerous. For example, there is no way this Caitlyn is not packing a shank right now. Big expressive eyes show my You have more than one? What's that smile hiding? Wow, the little train started off. Yeah, better have. It better not fucking look back either. Here we have a very classic picture of Harold from his Vietnam days. Very notable role in the attack on the Playrail gas station. Alright, this makes me think you should pass a background test before you buy a 3D printer. It's kinda like a gun at this point. Frankly, this plastic could have fed a dolphin. Happy Thomas. Well, it's good somebody here is. If you asked for a Trackmaster Stepney and Grandma brought you this, you're probably not a happy camper. At least you get fun track though, and a truck with no undercarriage. Oh my god, those are both you can't even couple these up, no way. It's so bad I want one. This is how they make their money. The Dirty Bubble spawned from this thing right here. You know, I've said it before, the Bachman-Thomas face would be perfect if it was green with just a little bit more Shrek. What even is this centipede-looking abomination? It's like Russian roulette. Every time you crank the gear, it has a small chance of exploding. All I'm saying is if this was the Titanic, I'd be okay with it being sunk at the bottom of the ocean. That seems just fine. Fairly certain this is just Grampus off a perk. Train. Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave? This is actually sponsored by the Emoji Movie. The train's made to crash, just like the movie did. What's even on the oh, so they literally took promotional pictures from Thomas and Friends and replaced the faces with emojis and made that the train. I'm in hell. You know, you could have just left this at Among Us. You didn't have to bring Thomas into it. You could have just let him be. Duncan. Yeah, that's probably as close as you're gonna get. With complimentary sludge tinder filled with real sludge. And Minecraft fence cab windows. You know, I'm assuming this is diecast, but on the chance it could actually fly, I probably would pay the $299 plus $3,476 for shipping. That's not the actual price, guys. Shipping would definitely be more. You know for a fact there's gonna be somebody in the comments down bad enough to say, anybody got a link to this one? If you can turn Thomas into a fighter droid, you can give Annie a nose. It's not that hard. Magic little train. The only thing magical about this train would be if you got maybe 10 minutes of use without it combusting. And second, it's locomotive, you fuck. Somehow, this looks better than the CGI Duncan. I'm just saying. I've looked this thing over 100 times and still can't figure out what it does besides disappoint. Like, do you turn the levers? Do you pull it around somehow? Do you push it into oncoming traffic? I'd do the latter. The valve gear on this Thomas looks like a failed 3D print that they just super glued onto him. If I'm in my house and this Thomas just bumps into me, how do I not punt it down the stairs? I just think it'd be hilarious if they sold just this with the track behind him, so you didn't even get an engine, you got Harold and a gas station. And a loop of track. Why at this point do you just not make a fake Stepney? Like, why do you not just call it Happy Stepney? Or do you even know who that is? You know what? I say we take it the full way and we call these two James. That's money. That's business right there. You're welcome. I seriously want to find this one to buy it, but only to burn it. Just to hopefully take one more out of existence in any way I can. Busy Bee James does not need to be disrespected like that, alright? Fuck you. If the face on your Thomas is creepy, you should definitely not make it one of your biggest selling points, but that's just me though. I don't think that's worked for anybody else. Touché. Touché. They always just name these the most obvious things, like train set. Yes, duh. How about we name them something they're not, like made from legal youth labor? You know, all I'm saying is it hasn't been disproven that the Caitlyn on top could have been the magic bullet that killed Kennedy. I mean, 50 caliber Caitlyn, just saying, just saying. This is one of those fakes that somehow feels innocent, like it's kind of cute. But that's the problem. And frankly, the Lego Duplo Thomas line was one of the best, so this is just disrespectful on many levels. The more I look at this, the more I realize this cannot function as a toy. This is just some sort of smuggling device. TSA, please do not let this guy on the plane, I beg you. What if in the Thomas universe, the Titanic had a face exactly like this, so it didn't even have to hit an iceberg, Thomas was just thirsty and sank himself? So what makes this Thomas super? Is it super lethal? Is it super effective at being lethal? Oh, I just kind of answered my own question, didn't I? Genuinely, I want to do my best to find every play rail or Trackmaster fake out there and make the biggest set I can with all of them. But you know how they say, don't let a vampire into your house? How does that apply to Lovecraftian horror trains? You know, all I'm saying is, after I've seen this thing, if the Bachman Thomas could blow bubbles, they'd make a lot more in sales. They'd make a lot, season 13 accurate.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.